Hey mages, welcome to today's video. Brothers War is here on Arena, and when a new set comes out, we know wildcards are really hard, you know, the rares and the mythics, where you want to spend those precious cards. So I've today got 3 0 rare decks that you just have to try. Now, these decks are going to be good just to give you, a little glimpse of what the format's about before you decide where you want to put those precious other rares and that. Then maybe you want to upgrade these decks. It's a good idea, but these are, really good. I'd say for budget, they're quite competitive. Very good, especially the black, mono black aggro deck that you're going to see. That deck is just really, really strong. For budget, I'm going to say. Whether you can get it to Mythic. Now, there's some very skilled players that might be able to take these further up the ladder, but for your dailies and just having fun with the set, these are really what these decks are really good for. So, without further ado, let's take a look at some of the decks. So, the first deck that we are going to look at is it Delva? Now, like I said, 0 rares, all commons and uncommons. Hopefully easier for new players, beginners, if you're starting off in this new set, or just budget players, or people just want to play something a little bit different and not have to, spend those rare wildcards because you're not sure what you want to put in yet. So, new card. This new card, Third Path Iconoclast, is amazing. This uncommon, 2-1 for the red and the blue. The Izzet colours. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1-1 colour soldier artifact token. Now this, just works so well when you put it in conjunction with the Delva Secrets type deck. This can be really aggressive. 1-1. Show an instant or sorcery revealed this way at the beginning of your upkeep. It will flip into the aberration and become a 3/2 flyer, which is an absolute beatdown. If you can get this turn 1 onto the field, then turn 2 flip it, it really does start putting the pressure on. Now, you have these for a go-wide strategy. Now, it'd be brilliant if they could make... I know it's a human monk. If it made flyers for me, it'd be amazing. But soldiers is definitely a theme in this set. So it makes a colourless soldier token every time you cast a non-creature spell. So we're looking for synergies with non-creature spells like the Delva, and third, we have Balmor, Battle Mage Captain. This is a flyer. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 to trample, and that's all of them. So when you have the Third Path Iconoclast on there, maybe 1, maybe 2, you're making those colourless soldier tokens. Balmor is on the field, they're going to get pumped, and they're going to have trample, so a little blocker just in front of them is not going to do any good, because hopefully, potentially, you'll be trampling over the top. Then flying in with Balmor, and then flying with a flipped Delva as well. Also in the deck, I like the idea of trampling these decks, so I'm playing Electrostatic Infantry. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a 1/1 counter on this infantry, and it will stay there, get bigger as long as it stays on the field, which is what we obviously want it to do. So to help it stay on the field, we've got Shore Up. Target creature you control gets +1/1, gains hexproof. We've also got Make Disappear as a counter spell, which can potentially help us as well. And then we have Fade in Hope. We don't have to just flip, opponents' creatures back to the hand. We might have to do our own. So this deck is full of synergy. The land base, very simple. Just a couple of Swiftwater Cliffs, because I want to get the stuff in turn 1. The Monastery Swift Spear. New. Reprinted for this Brothers War is amazing. I've won games with just one of these on the field with this deck. It's been so cool. There will be gameplay coming up, but I wanted to show you these and let you have a try of them, because you've really got to try them for yourself as well. But I'll be putting up some gameplay of all these decks very soon as well. Like I do, I give you the deck list, you have fun with them, then I'll show you some gameplay as well and everything like that. Now, other spells, what do we have? We said about the protection and everything like that. We have some damage spells. Play with fire, 2 damage to any target. We might get Scry 1 as well. Lightning Strike. This is 3 damage to any target. So if we hopefully either taking away blockers, so our pumped up creatures can get through. If not, we're doing damage with an open field. And then, you can get some really quick wins with this. New in the set as well from Brothers War, Obliterating Bolt. We've had cards like Lava Core before, and that was very good. And this is, this is better indeed, because it does 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker die, we get to exile as well. So for me, this is a really cool card to put into the deck, and it's in there just as a 2-of to help against anything that's slightly too big for us. Land base, like I said, couple of cliffs. We don't want too much coming in untapped. 9 islands and 8 mountains as well. Now, the CMC for this is a lowly 1.5, which is why we're running 19 land with this, 18 creatures, and still plenty of non-creature spells. 23 non-creature spells for the Izzet Delva deck. So if Izzet spells is what you like to do, or if you've never played it and want to give it a try, and you know there's some nice new cards like the Iconolist that I think you'll be able to use in multiple decks, as well as cards like Monetary Swiftspear will go in mono red artifacts, mono red aggro, and can go in Izzet builds and anything like that. So these are cards that you can craft even at uncommon and common that you will be able to use in other decks. But let's get on to the next deck. So we finished up. We've got the aggro deck here. Now this is mono green aggro. Aggressive, likes to attack, very much like the red decks and mono black aggro. This is the green version. So if you love a bit of green, this is the deck for you. So let's have a look at some of the new cards. There's a couple of new cards that I put into this deck. We have Bushwhack, Sorcery Speed, search your library for a basic land card, or target creature you control fights target creature. You get to choose one of them. So if you're a little bit screwed on mana or anything like that, you need some forest, you can use this either way. So it gives you an option, which is what I really like. Also, we have Argovian Sprite. 2 mana 2/2. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures, which could be, at the moment anyway, very, very good in the meta, because there's a lot of, everyone's trying the new artifacts. This can't be blocked. Now, the 7 put 2/1/1 counters on it. 7's a lot, but if it gets to really late game, then you've got this. And if you're playing an artifact deck, all the more good for you. That's just going to make it really good. Gaia's Gift is coming in. 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains Reach, Trample, Hexproof, Indestructible, so you can potentially save a creature, which is what you want to do. Maybe you've got your damage in, and then the opponent's trying, it's just starting to take over with their wraths or anything like that, and this will give you that protection. So we've got a couple of them in there as well. Also, from the new set, I'm playing Blanchwood Armor. We're mono green, enchant creature gets +1/1 for each forest we control. So something could be big, massive. Get it on a Jewel Feast with Trample. Absolutely brilliant. We don't mind that. You've got the Gaias as well that can give something trample as well. So you get attack in. They might just let it through. And then you've got like a little bit, they might think, oh, I've got a nice blocker. It doesn't matter that it's a 16/16 or something like that with all your forests down. But then you just, boom, give it trample. GG's. That's what I like. Now, also in this deck, we have Death Sprout. I'm just making card names up. 1/1, mill a card, then 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard. I mean, this is in there. It might mill something good the way, but it's a 1 mana that can turn into a 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from your graveyard, then you can put a 1/1 counter if it turns into the Hulk, the Fungus Horror. It's a good 1-drop. I spoke about the Argovian. Outland Liberator. Artifacts all around, annoying enchantments. Good card at the moment. 2, probably might try and up this to 3, possibly if you can. If you're finding that you're meeting all artifact decks, maybe drop one of the Toxic Scorpions and swap that over. This 1/1 ends a battlefield, another target creature gets Death Touch, so you can attack in potentially with ease, and this is good as a removal blocking creature. Bounding Wolf, Flash, Reach. Always nice to have a bit of Reach because green does struggle against flying decks sometimes, so this can be flashed in there. Card draw when this dies, Spore Crawler, good for 3 mana. And then I do like Elegant Entourage. I nearly swapped this for the new, I can't remember what the card was. There's a card that comes in and gives you life and does other stuff. It's a new card, but that has really escaped me. I should have wrote it down. Sorry about that, but maybe someone can let me know in the comments. It's from the new set. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature other than the Entourage gets +1/1 and gains Trample. All important, like the first deck, getting Trample and getting over for that last bit of damage. But yeah, this is mono green. If you like a bit of green aggro, building up your creatures and attacking in, swinging sideways, this could be the deck for you. But definitely give it a try because it's a 0 rare, and hopefully there's a few little new cards in this deck, but majority is hopefully cards that you've got. But let's get on to the last deck. And although I do love the Izzet Delva deck, I probably will say that the mono black deck, aggro deck, is probably my favourite. I love it. I've been playing it, beating top decks with it. It's just been so much fun. So let's look at the new cards that we put in. Not many in this one, but Ashnod's Harvester I feel is brilliant. 2 mana, 3/1, and can attack graveyards and has Unearth. So when it dies, you can get it from the graveyard to the battlefield, give it a haste, it gets exiled. But then you can, potentially attack in again. I think this is a really good uncommon, a great budget card, and perfect for this deck. Absolutely perfect. We've got Go for the Throat that we're adding in. Just a 2 of, because obviously there might be a lot of artifacts around at the moment, but there's still a lot of decks that are not playing artifacts as well. So go for the throat. 2 mana removal for a creature is very good, and like Infernal Grasp, but we just don't lose the 2 life. So stipulation has to be, you know, if it's an artifact, we can't kill it, but Infernal Grasp is there to, you know, sort of mop up the rest. Other than that, this was, you know, the new cards that I could find for this, other than this land here, Cassius Dig Site, in there as a 1-of, because we only run 22 lands. Possibly could have this as a 2-of. Give it a try if you want. 3 Surveil. Look at the top card of your library, then put any number of them in your graveyard. So, you know, good for helping us go through the deck. So if you want to put 2 in, give it a 2, and then just let me know if you're going to run the 2. Other than that, we have aggressive creatures. Cult Conscript, a 2/1 for 1. That's enter tapped. We have an ability to get it back as well. Knight of Dust Shadow, helpful against those life gain decks, the enchantment decks. This has menace and can be pumped as well. Love Vengeful Strangler. When it dies, it's even better. We put it on a, you know, opponent's creature or planeswalker, and then they have to sack stuff and lose life as well. Love it. More card draw potential from Fell Stinger, has Death Touch, creature removal. Phyrexian Rager, draw card, lose a life. It is a 2/2, nice as a blocker if we want. And, you know, we got a Diregraf Scavenger, ends battlefield, X up to 1 type card from graveyard, and that's a bit of a drain effect as well. So with a Okiba Reckon a Raid that drains as well, we get a couple of drains there. This will then come into a menaced creature. So you can see this deck has a lot of synergy. We have lots of way to draw cards, even at budget status here with commons and uncommons. And then when our creatures die, we've got Ghoulish Procession. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures die, create a 2/2 black zombie token. So, you know, it's whenever. It's not just our creatures, it's whenever. So we could kill a creature on opponent's turn, then get the zombie. We could have something on our turn potentially that die, we get a zombie. So you see the synergy with this deck. Also, a couple of Heroes Downfall. I was going to try the new 5 mana exile target creature or planeswalker cost less. I think it's creature cards, but I feel like this is just good as, you know, Heroes Downfall. There's nothing wrong with Heroes D. It's just a really good card, so I'm giving that a get. But, you know, I might give that other card a try. From testing with this, it's been great fun, getting quite a lot of wins, and then just, you know, beating all manner of decks. People are trying different decks, but still coming against some, you know, the enchantment decks, very popular. Selesnya Enchantments, I've taken down that a couple of times, which in black is quite hard, but we've just been aggressive out the blocks and always killing their creatures, because cut down, go for the throat, Infernal Grasp, Heroes Downfall. We've got a lot of ways to deal with creatures, even. So it's just spot removal. We can't get any of the mass removal because it's not rare, but that is a potential way to upgrade. But I'm really happy with this deck and how it plays. In fact, I'm happy with all 3 of them. They're really fun, and I really hope you do give them a try. 0 rares. I know a lot of you love that, and there will be some gameplay coming up very soon, because I know you like to see the gameplay as well. But I want to get these decks out early before I had a chance to record the gameplay, just so you can, you know, start playing some new cards and have fun while you're deciding where you put your rare and mythic wild cards. Really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you love this content and the budget content, you know, you got to help me out. Give the thumbs up. Tell me in the comments you've stayed to the end as well, because that really does help. And if you want to go further and help me, you know, keep making videos, check out my Patreon, links in the description. Thank you to everyone that does that, a bit of extra. But anyway, you lot take care, and I will see you on the next video.